The moon holds secrets that most ignore, but not you. The first week of March 2025 is not just another phase in the sky, it's a celestial warning, a shift in energy that demands your attention. Forces beyond what the eye can see are aligning, influencing your emotions, your decisions, and even your destiny. This isn't just about astrology or predictions. This is a direct message from the cosmos, and if you don't listen, you may miss something crucial. What's coming isn't ordinary. The air itself will feel charged with an invisible pull, guiding some toward breakthroughs and dragging others into confusion. Patterns will break, truths will surface, and for those who aren't prepared, the weight of this energy could feel overwhelming. But knowledge is power. Understanding what's unfolding gives you the ability to navigate it wisely. Stay with me, because in the next few moments, everything will become clear. Above us, a cosmic drama unfolds, one that will shape the days ahead in ways unseen but deeply felt. The moon, in its silent wisdom, moves into a rare alignment, creating an energetic ripple that will stir the very core of your being. This is no ordinary transition. It is a call to awaken, a force pulling you toward clarity or chaos, depending on how you receive it. The symbolism is undeniable. The moon governs emotions, intuition, and the unseen forces within us. When it enters this powerful phase, it acts as a mirror, revealing hidden truths, exposing suppressed fears, and illuminating the path forward. Think of it as a cosmic lantern, casting light on the shadows you've avoided. What surfaces now isn't random. It's the universe's way of guiding you toward transformation. You might feel it as an unshakable restlessness or a sudden surge of clarity. Relationships may shift. Decisions that once felt distant will demand action. This energy will not wait. It arrives now because you are ready. The question is, will you embrace it? Life moves forward, but some moments leave echoes. You've made choices, let go of people, held on to dreams that may no longer fit who you are. And yet, certain emotions refuse to fade. Why now? Why does the past whisper louder just as you try to step into something new? The first week of March carries an energy that forces reflection, not as a burden, but as an opportunity. This isn't just about nostalgia or second-guessing yourself. It's about uncovering the patterns that have shaped your decisions, the silent fears, the hidden desires, the unspoken truths you've pushed aside. Think about it. How often do you repeat the same cycles, mistaking comfort for growth? The relationships that drain you, the habits that keep you stuck, the inner voice that tells you to wait just a little longer before you take that leap. But time doesn't pause, and neither does the energy that's now pushing you to wake up and see what's really happening beneath the surface. Imagine walking through a house you've lived in for years. The furniture is familiar, the walls hold memories, and yet there are rooms you never enter. Places where dust has settled, where the air feels heavy. These are the corners of your mind, the emotions you've stored away. But this lunar shift, it opens those doors, not to haunt you, but to free you. There's a reason certain emotions are rising now. Maybe it's a pull towards something or someone you thought you had moved past. Maybe it's a realization that the life you're living isn't aligned with the one you once dreamed of. Whatever it is, it's asking for your attention. But here's the truth. Reflection without action is a trap. You can analyze your past all day, but unless you decide what comes next, you're just walking in circles. What have you been avoiding? What conversation needs to happen? What decision have you delayed because the answer scares you? This energy isn't here to overwhelm you. It's here to prepare you, because something is coming. A shift, an opportunity, a moment that requires you to be fully present. And the only way to step into it is to release what no longer serves you. So ask yourself, if this was the moment everything changed, if this was the week that redefined your path, what would you need to let go of? And more importantly, are you ready? You are standing at a crossroads, whether you realize it or not. The energy of this moment is not just about reflection, it's about choice. The moon is casting light on everything that has been hiding in the corners of your mind, and now you must decide. Will you step forward, or will you stay exactly where you are? Think of your life as a river. Some parts flow easily, moving you forward without resistance. Other parts become stagnant, where the water barely moves, heavy with debris from the past. If you stay in that place too long, you forget what movement feels like. You convince yourself that stillness is safety. But the truth? Staying still is its own kind of risk. Now the river is shifting. The currents are changing. This is your chance to break free from the patterns that have kept you circling the same thoughts, the same relationships, the same doubts. And it starts with a simple truth. What you do now will shape what comes next. Begin with what weighs the heaviest. What is keeping you tied to the past? Is it an unresolved conflict, a version of yourself that no longer feels real, a dream you've been too afraid to chase? Whatever it is, acknowledge it, call it by its name, because what remains unnamed remains in control. And then, release. Not all at once, not with force, but with intention. Imagine you are holding a rope, one that has been wrapped around your hands for years. With every passing day, you've gripped it tighter, afraid that letting go means losing something important. But look at your hands. The rope has left marks. It has worn you down. And now it is time to loosen your grip. Letting go is not the same as giving up. It is making space. Space for the right people, the right opportunities, the right energy to flow into your life. But that cannot happen if your hands are still full of what no longer belongs to you. This is not a process of the mind alone. The body holds onto the past just as much as the mind does. If you felt tired, heavy, or restless, this is why. Energy does not simply disappear. It must be moved. So move, walk, stretch, breathe deeply. Let your body release what your mind has been clinging to. And as you do, begin to ask yourself the right questions. Not, why is this happening to me? But what is this teaching me? Not, what if I fail? But what if this is exactly what I need? The words you use shape your reality. And right now, you have the power to shift your entire perspective. Change does not happen in a single, dramatic moment. It happens in the smallest choices, the ones you make when no one is watching, the way you speak to yourself, the way you show up for your own life, the way you decide over and over again to choose what serves you instead of what drains you. The first week of March is offering you this opportunity, a moment to reset, to realign, to release. And the question is no longer, will things change? Because they will. The real question is, will you? Change is a doorway, but you must be the one to step through it. No one can do it for you. The moon's energy is pulling at something deep inside you, asking you to decide. Will you walk into the unknown? Or will you stay in the comfort of what you've always known? Fear often disguises itself as logic. It tells you that waiting is the wiser choice, that now isn't the right time, that maybe later you'll feel stronger, more ready. But when has fear ever prepared you? When has waiting ever given you what you truly wanted. The truth is, the path will never be perfectly clear. Growth doesn't come wrapped in certainty. It comes in moments of discomfort, in the leap you take before you know where you'll land. Think of a bird standing at the edge of a branch. It doesn't test the air with hesitation, waiting for a guarantee. It knows that flight isn't about trusting the branch. It's about trusting its own wings. And so it leaps, not because it knows exactly where it's going, but because it was never meant to stay in one place forever. You too were not meant to remain stagnant. The weight you've been carrying, the questions you've been avoiding, the emotions rising to the surface, they are not here to haunt you. They are here to guide you. They are signals pointing you toward what needs to change. But awareness alone is not enough. You must act, and that begins with a single decision: to no longer abandon yourself. How many times have you put yourself last? How many times have you ignored your own needs to keep the peace, to make others comfortable, to fit into a version of life that doesn't even feel like your own? The moon sees through all of it. The moon sees through all of it. This energy is not just about endings, it's about reclamation. It's about taking back the parts of yourself you've given away. Start with something small: a promise to yourself, a commitment to no longer shrink when you should be standing tall, a decision to speak the truth, even if your voice shakes, a willingness to walk away from anything that demands you betray yourself in order to stay. Healing isn't about waiting for the right moment. It's about choosing to step forward even when you're afraid. It's about recognizing that fear and growth often walk side by side, and the only way to move forward is to keep walking. And here's the most important part: you don't have to have all the answers right now. You just need to take the first step. The universe will meet you halfway. The energy of this moment is not meant to break you. It is meant to awaken you. So ask yourself, if you knew you were supported, if you knew success was inevitable, if you trusted yourself fully, what would you do differently? Because that answer, that's where your future begins. There comes a moment in every journey where hesitation must be left behind, where standing at the edge of possibility is no longer enough. This is that moment. The energy of this lunar shift is not gentle. It is urgent, relentless, unyielding. It is not here to ask politely. It is here to demand that you wake up. You can feel it, can't you? The pull towards something greater, something beyond the version of yourself you've settled for. It's been calling you for so long, whispering through every restless night, every quiet moment of doubt, every instance where you felt the weight of an unlived life pressing against your chest. This is not your imagination. This is not coincidence. This is your soul refusing to stay quiet any longer. Because deep down, you know the truth. You were not made to remain in the same cycle, repeating old patterns, waiting for something outside of you to change. The world doesn't shift to meet you. You must shift first. And right now, the universe is giving you no choice but to decide. Imagine standing at the edge of a storm. The sky is dark, the wind is howling, and everything inside you says to turn back. But what if, on the other side of that storm, there is light? What if this storm is not here to destroy you, but to clear the path? Every great transformation comes with resistance. The final test before change is always fear. But fear is a liar. It tells you that the pain of staying where you are is safer than the unknown. It convinces you that certainty, even if it makes you miserable, is better than the risk of something new. But tell me this: has playing it safe ever brought you peace? Have you ever looked back and felt grateful for the chances you didn't take? Or do you feel the weight of those moments, the regret of knowing that you could have reached for more, but you let doubt hold you back? This moon is not just another phase. It is an invitation, a cosmic force shaking the foundation of everything you thought was unchangeable. It is opening a door, but you have to walk through it, and that means leaving something behind. So be honest. What have you been clinging to? What version of yourself, what belief, what toxic comfort has kept you from stepping fully into your power? It's time to release it. Not tomorrow, not next week. Now, because if you wait for permission, if you wait for a sign stronger than this, you will be waiting forever. This is your turning point. The moment where you stop doubting and start deciding. The moment where you stop asking if you're ready and realize that readiness is a choice. The universe does not wait for those who hesitate. It moves with those who move. So move. Take one step toward the life that calls to you. Speak the truth you've been swallowing. Let go of the weight that has kept you small. And when fear whispers that you should wait a little longer, remind yourself that you have already waited long enough. This is your time. But the question remains, will you claim it? You can feel the pressure building, the weight of every unspoken dream, every moment you've held yourself back, every time you told yourself, not yet. But here's the truth. There is no not yet. There is only now. Every second you hesitate is another second lost. And for what? For the illusion of safety? For the comfort of a routine that no longer serves you? For the approval of people who wouldn't trade their comfort to see you rise? The universe isn't waiting. The moon isn't asking. The shift is already happening, with or without your permission. The only question left is, are you going to rise with it? You've been taught to fear change, but have you ever asked yourself why? Who benefits from your hesitation? Who profits when you keep yourself small? The world has conditioned you to believe that staying the same is easier, that blending in is safer, that shrinking yourself makes you more lovable. But look around. The people who inspire you, the ones who shake the world, they did not get there by waiting. They did not get there by doubting. They took the leap, even when fear screamed at them to stay where they were. And now, it's your turn. There is a version of you that already exists, waiting on the other side of fear. A version that doesn't question their worth, that doesn't hesitate when opportunity knocks, that doesn't beg for permission to live fully. But you will never meet that version if you stay trapped in this moment of indecision. You must break the cycle. You must declare, with every ounce of your being, that you are done waiting, because waiting will not save you. Hesitation will not heal you. Fear will not free you. Only action will. This moon is not here to comfort you. It is here to wake you up, to push you, to challenge you, to shake you until you finally see what has been true all along. You are powerful beyond measure. You are capable of more than you have allowed yourself to believe. You are meant for something greater, something bigger, something breathtakingly real. But first, you must let go of the old stories, the ones that tell you you're not good enough, that you're not ready, that change is too hard. Those stories are chains, and you are the one holding the key. So here is your challenge. Do something today that terrifies you. Say the words you've been afraid to say. Take the first step toward the dream you've buried. Choose yourself, fully and unapologetically, for the first time in your life. And when fear rises, as it always does, do not let it decide for you. Feel it, acknowledge it, and then move forward anyway. Because fear is not a stop sign. It is a doorway, and right now, at this very moment, you are standing on its threshold. The time for waiting is over. The time for doubting is done. The time for transformation is here. The question is, will you step through? Every moment of hesitation is a moment lost. You have felt the pull, the urgency, the undeniable force of this cosmic shift. The moon does not wait. The universe does not pause, and neither should you. Tonight, as the sky moves, as the energy builds, as the unseen currents of transformation surge through your life, you are faced with a decision. Stay in the cycle you've always known, or step into the unknown and claim what is waiting for you. You know what's holding you back. The weight of the past, the grip of fear, the quiet voice inside you whispering, "What if I'm not ready?" But here's the truth. You will never feel ready, not in the way you think. Readiness is not something you wait for. It is something you become. And you become it the moment you decide that where you are is no longer enough. This lunar shift is not just another phase. It is a door, a turning point, a cosmic reset. And the energy it brings is relentless. It will push you. It will shake you. It will test you. Not because the universe is cruel, but because it knows what you are capable of. It is stripping away your illusions, forcing you to see yourself fully, your strength, your potential, your power. You can either resist this energy or embrace it. You can fight against the transformation, clinging to the past out of fear, or you can surrender to the flow and trust that what lies ahead is greater than what you are leaving behind. So I ask you, right now, in this moment, what will you choose? Will you keep waiting for a sign? Or will you recognize that this is the sign? If you felt this energy stirring inside you, if you've known deep down that something in your life must change, I want you to take a moment and affirm it. Declare it in the comments. Speak it into existence. Tell the universe and yourself that you are ready. What are you releasing? What are you stepping into? What part of yourself are you reclaiming? Say it. Own it. Let this be the moment where everything shifts, because this is not just about a celestial event. This is about you, your transformation, your awakening, your life. And if you are ready, truly ready, then don't stop here. Subscribe. Stay connected. This journey does not end with this moon. There is more coming, more revelations, more guidance, more cosmic alignments that will shape your path. Turn on your notifications. Be here when the next message reaches you, because what's coming next will be even more powerful. But for now, take this energy and use it. Do not let this moment pass you by. Let this be the night where everything changes. The moon is waiting. The universe is watching. The time is now. Are you ready? Breathe in this moment. Feel it settle into your bones. This is not just another passing thought, another fleeting inspiration that fades with the morning light. This is real. This is now. And the choice is yours to make. The moon doesn't wait for permission to shine. It doesn't ask if the world is ready for its light. It rises. It transforms. It moves through its phases with unwavering certainty. And so must you. You are not here by accident. You did not stumble upon this message by chance. Something deep within you already knows. You are meant to hear this. You are meant to rise. You are meant to step into the life that has been waiting for you.